Okay. All right. I'm sharing my screen right now. Okay. So I think we have to do one question from homework 6 that we didn't finish. Let me just paste that question. You'll recall when I do this. Okay. Recording is on, right? Yeah. Okay. So you guys might recall that this problem, we did it in two parts, or rather we started to do it in two parts. First, we said, assume Bernardo also gets to pick only from 1 to 8. So assume 9 was not there. Okay. And then by symmetry, we did an argument, and then we proved that the probability that Bernardo is greater than Sylvia was, if I recall that number, it's 55 by 112. Okay, maybe I'll just quickly go through how we arrived at it, right? So symmetry, right? Probability that B is greater than S is same as probability that S is greater than B. Okay, and then let's call each of them as X. And now we know that probability that both are equal, suppose that is Y. Then we know that X plus Y equal to 1. Okay, therefore the X that we are seeking is 1 minus Y divided by 2. And this Y was a little easy to calculate. Okay, Y was the probability that B equal to S. So in fact, let me just raise this. So probability that B equal to S. Can someone recall for class? Sharma, can you recall how did we find probability that in the case where both have only from 1 to 8 and 1 to 8, how did we find probability that B equal to S?
For 1 to 8,
yeah,
you can find the page first because I've done
sure. Okay, yeah. I urge all of you to be just ready with like everything, right? The workings, the homework, everything, right? So that we can get started on time. But it's fine. Sharma, take a minute or so if you can just bring it up. Or if someone can recall, Ananya, do you know? Did you watch this video?
Also not yet.
Okay. Rohan, did you catch up on this video? No? Kunsh, how about you? Were you in class that day?
Yes, sir, but I'm just looking through, sir. I'm trying to remember.
Okay.
So is it 2 by 1, 112?
How is it 2 by 1, 112?
So I just thought that since the probability that B is greater than S is equal to 55 by 1, 112, and same for S greater than B, then the only remaining possible is that they're equal, and then that is the remaining 2 by 100.
Yeah, it's actually the 55 by 1, 112 was what we arrived at using this 2 by 1, 112. So I just remembered that number. So, okay, let me just quickly do it for everyone, right? So all of you have read the question and have the context, right? All of you? Sharma, Ananya, Rohan, Kunsh, all of you? Okay, now we are simplifying the problem to just make both of the guys symmetric, right? Both have only 1 to 8. So it's a fair game. Now, probability that B equal to S means what? Let's say B goes first. He gets to pick some 3 numbers from this collection. Let's say he picks 7, 3, and 6. He picks 7, 3, and 6. So he picks this collection 7, 3, and 6. And then he arranges them in descending order and says that 763 is my number, right? So he could have picked any set of 3, but he picked 7, 6, and 3. Now, when Sylvia comes, he has to pick the same set of 3 numbers, right? It can be in any order. It's just choosing. Should be the same 7, 6, and 3 that he has to pick as well. Only then his number will also be 763, right? So Bernardo had all the flexibility. He could have picked any one of how many of 8 choose 3. So, right, he could have picked any one of the 8 choose 3, but when Sylvia comes, he has to pick that specific one of the 8 choose 3 combinations. Does it make sense? Sharma, does it make sense? Okay, and this was like 8 choose 3 was 8 into 7 into 6 upon 3 into 2 into 1. So 6 gets cancelled, giving 1/56. So that's how we arrived that B equal to S is 1/56. And therefore, so that's my Y, right? So this is my Y. And therefore my X is 1 minus 1/56 whole upon 2. So which is 55/56 upon 2, which is 55/112. So this was an inference, right? This is not where we started. Okay, this is where we ended that problem. Assuming they are equal, how will we solve it? Okay, now we'll go for, okay, shall I pause here? All of you okay? Kunsh, you're completely okay with me on this? Okay, now
Yes.
let's do the actual problem. Now the actual problem, now B has 9 also. Okay, so we'll say, okay, we'll split the problem into 2 parts. B does not choose 9. Okay, B chooses 9. Okay, so what is the probability that B does not choose 9? So it's as if like he only had 1 to 8, right? In the previous one that we did, he was constrained to pick only from 1 to 8. But assuming he has still 9, what is the probability that he does choose 9? Which means effectively he's choosing of the 9 choose 3 possibilities, he's forcing himself to pick only from 1 to 8, which is 8 choose 3. So this branch is the probability that B does not choose 9. Agreed? All of you agree? Sharma, you agree with me on the logic of this? Okay, so which is 8 into 7 into 6 by 3 factorial upon 9 into 7 into 6 upon 3 factorial. The 2 3 factorials will cancel. So am I right? 9 into 8 into 7 upon 3 factorial. Right? So 8 into 7 into 6 upon 3 fact. Okay, fine. I'll write it so that it's very clear. Right? Upon 9 into 8 into 7 upon 3 factorial. So the 3 factorials gets cancelled. The 8 and 7 get cancelled, leaving 6 by 9, which is 2 by 3. So the probability that he ends up in this left branch is 2/3. Okay. And obviously the probability that the right branch should be 1/3. Probability for him to choose 9 should be 1/3. But let's, rather than just, so what if we did a mistake in arriving at this 2 by 3? Then we'll go wrong in this also. Let's independently verify that the right branch is also 1/3. Okay, what is the branch, right branch meaning? Right branch is B chooses 9, which means what? He has to choose only 2 more numbers from 1 to 8 because he's already selected 9. So again, the total possibilities is 9 choose 3. That's the denominator of the probability. Now he's already chosen 9. So he can do that in only one way. He literally has to pick that 1 9. And now from the remaining 8 numbers, he has to choose 2 numbers. So it's 1 into 8 choose 2. That's the number of ways in which he can choose 9 as one of the 3 numbers. Divided by 9 choose 3 is all the possibilities. All of you okay? Ananya, do you agree on this one? Okay, let's simplify this. So this is 8 into 7 by 2 into 1 whole upon 9 into 8 into 7 upon 6. 3 factorial, right? So 8 into 7 gets cancelled. The 6 goes upper. So it's becomes 6 upon 9 into 2, which is 6 upon 18, which is 1/3 indeed. So we are convinced that independently also it gives 1/3. Okay, now, so the probability that B wins if he's in the left branch, probability for him to take the left branch is 2/3. But having taken that, probability for him to win would be 55/112. That was all the lecture from last time and a quick recap this time. Now, what about the right branch? If he takes the right branch, Rohan, what is the probability that he wins if he takes the right branch? What should the equivalent number here be? If B chooses 9, what is the probability of him winning?
So it's 100%.
Exactly. 1, right? Because if he chooses 9, then his 3-digit number will start with 9. It's obviously going to be more than Sylvia. Does it make sense, Rohan, to you as well?
Yeah, but how do you know, like when you say B choose 9, like how do you know where in the digit he places the 9?
No, but it's always in descending order.
Oh,
After choosing, he arranges them in descending order.
okay.
That was yeah. Okay, yeah. So then it's obvious, right? And therefore, now the final probability is to complete. So we just, it's a weighted sum, right? It's with 2/3 probability he will win with 55 by 112. And with 1/3 probability, he'll win with a probability of 1. It's a weighted
but,
sum.
uh, don't you have to look at the entire? I mean, in this case, you don't because you're looking at whether B chooses 9 or not. But
Correct.
for when he doesn't, you have to look at the entire digit, right? Like, because if the first digit is the same, then you have to look at the other 2 digits.
No, but the first digit cannot be same because Sylvia does not have a 9. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah, but in the case that Bernardo does not choose a 9.
Okay, so that we did, right? But Bernardo does not choose 9. We said probability B greater than S is same as probability S greater than B. So we
Hmm.
focused on probability that B equal to S. Correct? So B came first. He picked one of those 8 choose 3 triplets that are possible.
Oh, yeah.
Now S was forced to pick that same thing. He also had the 8 choose 3, but he had to pick the same set of 3, which is why it's 1 by 8 choose 3, right? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, this was the y, and then we went on to do like 1 minus y divided by 2. That's how we arrived at x, and that's for 55 by 112. Okay, is this completely clear to all of you?
Yeah.
Okay, Kunsh, Sharma, Ananya, all of you. Okay, so this is one of the questions pending from the previous homework. Okay, and then we move on to homework 7, which I think we left halfway. But any questions in general, guys, with any of the homeworks or any particular concept you want me to go through again? Okay. Okay. Now in this second homework, did we do question 6? The y-intercepts, homework 7, that is. This is homework
Yes, sir,
7. No?
we did this question.
We did this question, we discussed this. Okay,
Yeah.
all of you remember this one? Whoever attended that is, like Sharma, you remember? I'm not sure if you were there last class, but okay, if not, you can just watch the recording. No, if people here claim that it was discussed. Yeah, I think it was discussed. Yes, I remember this batch was discussed. Okay, all right. But it's a good one. So try it yourself if you're not, and then go through the recording. Let's go to next question. Question 7 in homework 7. Paste it here. Okay. Customer intends to purchase an appliance, 3 coupons. Sharma, do you have an answer on this one? Did you try this?
Yeah, I got C 219.9.
C. Okay. Does anyone agree with her? Ananya, what did you get?
So I couldn't do this.
Okay. Couldn't do this as in didn't have time, or you tried but didn't get? Which part? Which tried but did not get? Okay. All right. Rohan, Kunsh, how about you guys?
So I didn't do the. I've only done homework 8.
You've only done homework 8. Okay.
Yeah.
And Kunsh, what about you?
So I'm getting C, D, and E, all 3 as answers. So
C, D, and D, all 3. Okay. So which is
yeah.
surprising, right? Because it's only one answer is allowed. Okay. All right. Can
Yeah,
all of
that's
you?
why I think I did
Yeah.
something wrong.
Okay. So there's 3 different coupons here. So the first one says 10% off as long as the registered price is more than 50. So all of these prices here are more than
So I've done this question before.
Okay.
I recommend.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So 10% off if the listed price is at least 50. So all of these choices are more than 50. So effectively coupon 1 is going to apply and it's going to be 10%, right? So a flat 10%. Okay. Second guy is $20 off the listed price. If the listed price is at least 100. Again, all these choices are more than 100. Therefore, this is going to be exactly $20, irrespective of whether you buy for $1,000 also, it's $20 only. Okay. Now, he wants coupon 1 to be a better deal for the customer, right? You're talking from a customer's perspective. You want coupon 1 to be a better deal, which means greater price reduction, right? So which means let's divide and conquer. Let's compare coupon 1 but first with coupon 2, right? When does coupon 1 start to get better than coupon 2? When the 10% factor exceeds this $20, right? So as long as he's buying for something more than $200, his 10% discount will work out to be more than $20. So first of all, we want the price to be more than 200. So that coupon 1 is better deal than coupon 2, right? Better deal in the sense, better discount, right? So clearly we can rule out the answers which are less than that. Okay. But then Now comes coupon 3 comparison, right? Let's assess coupon 3 versus coupon 1, right? Let's compare how they see. So both are percentage based. This seems like a higher percent, but there's a clause, right? Amount by which the listed price exceeds 100. Not like if the listed prices exceeds 100, but the amount by which the listed price exceeds 100. Okay, so let's imagine if the purchase, the listed price is $1,000, then you're far exceeding $100. The amount by which you're exceeding 100 is substantially big. Therefore, the 18% will sufficiently make up for the lack here, right? In this case, it's 10%, but on the entire amount, right? 10% on 1,000 versus 18% on 900. Obviously, the 18% on 900 will win, right? So for coupon 1 to be better than coupon 3, yes, you want the price to be more than 100, more than 200. That's what is demanded by the first clause. But you don't want to exceed too much, because if you do, then coupon 3 will start to become stronger, right? So you want it only slightly more, which is why, so probably Kunsh, from coupon 1 versus coupon 2 perspective, all 3 might have worked. Anything more than 200 might have worked. But as the price goes higher and higher, coupon 3 will start to overtake. Okay. Again, we don't need to do precise calculation here, right? Again, which is why he's intentionally given big numbers and 95 and all that, so that people waste time. We know offhand that anything more than $200 works. The lowest one would be the first one for us to check, right? Because if this fits the bill, then we don't even have to go further. I mean, so in fact, the reverse. If choice D does not work, choice C will definitely not work, right? Does it make sense? Right? So in fact, let's approximate this to be 220. So in this case, coupon 1 will give me how much? Will give me $22 of discount. And coupon 3 will give me how much discount? It exceeds $100 by 120. So on 120, you're calculating 18%. So 18% on 120 would be, how much is this? 21.6, just roughly. So clearly, this works. I don't think, Kunsh, I need to convince you that this will not work, because, okay, anyway, let's quickly do it, right? For all you have to do this, then this is around 240, let's say, right? This is 240. So this will give me 24, whereas this will give me on 140, it'll give me 18%. And sure enough, if you do this calculation, 18 into 14, we can do, how do you do 18 into 14 in AMC without calculator? So it's 16 into 16 minus 2 square, right? 16 plus 2 into 16 minus 2, A plus B times A minus B at use here. So it's 256 minus 4, which is 25.2. The decimals you can fit, you know, it's 252, therefore it has to be 25.2. So C3 is gotten better. Does it make sense, Kunsh?
But doesn't it say coupon 2 or coupon 3? And
So
still,
where
one has a greater...
coupon 1 offers a greater price reduction than either coupon 2 or coupon 3, meaning, okay, the wording is, okay, both coupon 2 and coupon 3, that's what he means. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because if it's...
Okay, I understand. So that way, then you would argue all 5 answers are right, no? A, B, C, D, E, all 5 should be good then. In that case, if you read it as either or, then why did you not mark A and B? Because in A and B, coupon 1 would be better than coupon 3. Right?
Oh, yeah, true.
You understand?
Yeah.
In D and E, coupon 1 is less than, okay, anyway, you got it, right? So C is the only one where coupon 1 is better than both coupon 2 and coupon 3. Yeah, I understand the wording could have been better, but we could have inferred it, I guess, right? Okay, question 8. Ananya, did it make sense for you when we discussed this one? Question 7?
Yes, sir.
Okay, question 8. David drives from his home, blah, blah, blah. Ananya, were you able to do this one?
Yeah, I didn't try.
You didn't try this, okay. Kunsh, how about you?
Okay, yeah. So for this one, I got...
He's frozen.
So Shivank is of
Okay, hi,
about
Shivank.
200.
Oh,
Yeah, so
so
I joined from my car.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I didn't see. When did you attend? When did you join? In fact, I didn't even see Kunal also. Kunal, have
yeah,
you been around for a while?
I came at about 6:20.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I was
So
just
I
seeing
joined.
these.
So I joined just now.
Okay.
Because I had a match.
Yeah. Your mom updated me.
Uh,
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So,
So I
so
got C.
you got C. Okay. You want to take us through what you did to get C? Actually, before you do that, anyone else agree with him or disagree with him? Kunal, what did you get? Did you attempt it?
No, I
Kunal.
attempted it, but like I didn't know how to solve it.
Okay. Anahat, how about you?
I got it down to the equation, but then I messed up somewhere in the solving, so I got like 30, which is wrong.
Okay. All right. Shivank, can you take us through what you did?
So I just have my rough sheet with me right now.
Fine. No problem. Go ahead.
Because I was in the class.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so I don't have my entire sheet.
Okay. I see. Okay. It's 200. You remember the answer was 210. Okay. All right.
So no, I've written it down on a sheet because I knew I was in the car.
Okay.
But
All right.
when I go home, I'll have my.
Okay. No problem. Sharma, did you get an answer on this one?
I got 175.
You got 175. Good. So at least we have a dispute between two answers. So worth discussing that. Okay. All right. So he drives. Okay. So he gets to the airport. 35 miles in the first hour, which means he's going at a speed of 35 miles per hour in the first hour. And then he realizes he'll be 1 hour late. He continues at the speed. Okay. So let's say his target time to reach on is equal to T hours. Okay. Again, you don't need to write such elaborate steps and all. I'm just explaining. I'm just telling you. You can just quickly scribble when you work it out in your exam, right? So target time is T hours. In T hours, he wants to reach the airport, and that's when he'll be neither late nor early. Okay. Now he has two scenarios. So in the first scenario, he's driving 35 miles in the first hour. So 35 speed. So which means the speed is also 35. So speed into time. So 35 miles per hour into 1 hour plus he's going to drive for T more hours because he's taking a total of T plus 1 hours in the first scenario, right? In the first scenario, so in scenario 1, totally he takes T plus 1 hours because he's late by 1 hour, right? So which means in the latter T hours, if he continues at the speed, right? Which means if he continues at the same 35 miles per hour for T more hours, he would have taken T plus 1. So this is the total distance, right? So this sum would give me the total distance D. You agree? Okay, so fairly simple, right? Distance time. Okay, now in the second scenario, he ended up being 30 minutes early, which means he reached his destination in T minus half hours. Okay, again, he traveled the first hour at 35 miles per hour, so 35 into 1. Plus, now in the second part, he was traveling at a speed which is 50 miles per hour. He increases his speed by 15 miles per hour, which means it's become from 35 to 50. And now he has to travel for how many hours now? His total is T minus half. He has already consumed 1 hour. So which means another T minus 3 by 2 hours. So T minus 0.5 was the total time, of which is used up 1 hour. So he's consuming T minus 3 by 2 in his fast speed. So this is also D, the same D. Are all of you convinced with this argument? Kunal, are you okay with this setup? Now, we have only one variable to solve, right? So we only need one variable. I mean, not one variable. We have both two variables, D and T, but it's easy to solve because I can just set these two equations to be equal, right? I can say because these two are same D. So I can just simplify, right? So 35 plus, okay, let me just literally expand. So 35 plus 35T equal to 35 plus 50T minus 75, I guess 50 into 3 by 2, 75. So 35 gets cancelled. So I can say minus 15T is minus 75, which means T is 5 hours. Am I right? 5 hours, right? Okay. Did I do a mistake? 35 plus 35T, 50T, yeah. 25. Okay, t equal to 5 hours. And that's it. So 30. So his total distance was what? His total distance was any one of them. I can put it in this and just check. So 35 into t plus 1. So 35 into 6, which is 210 indeed. Okay. So Sharma, what was your mistake to arrive
Yeah,
at
I
175?
got the initial 35 miles.
Ah, okay, okay. So you did 35 into 5 at the last step. Okay. Okay. Fairly straightforward, guys. It's just distance, speed, time. That's it. Nothing very hi-fi here. Basic physics will tell you this. Yeah. Anahat, did you find your mistake as well?
I'm not sure. I used a different formula, but I think I probably is my originally.
Yeah, I mean, all the formulas with distance, speed are like either
Yeah.
multiplication or division, right?
I probably is messed up in
Oh,
framing it somehow.
Sorry, someone is saying something.
So
Rohan?
this was in homework 8 also. So I had done this. I didn't realize.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I remember one question I'd repeated. I forget which one. Yeah.
But I also got 210.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, question 9. Okay, Anahat, did you do question 9? Or actually, Kunal, did you do question 9?
No, sir. I tried it, but I didn't understand how can there be more than one x coordinate?
No, okay, that's his way of saying it, right? So let's read, right? Positive integers a and b says that the graphs of these two lines, ax plus 5, 3x plus b, intersect the x-axis at the same point.
Yeah.
So x-axis is also a line, which means he's saying all three lines, the line ax plus 5, the line 3x plus b, and the line which is y equal to 0. X-axis is y equal to 0, right? All three lines intersect the same point. So these two lines intersect, and that intersection happens on the x-axis. It so happens to be on the x-axis. Does it make sense, Kunal?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Anahat, were you able to complete this? Were you able to get an answer on this, Anahat? Your video is off, Anahat, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no.
Okay, anyone got an
Yeah,
answer?
So the intersection will happen at only one point, right? So
Correct,
then
and that
we-
point happens to be on the x-axis.
Yeah, so then there's only one possible x coordinate, right?
No, but one possible x coordinate for each set of A and B that allow this. But if I change A and B, I'll get multiple different answers, right? He's asking what is the sum of all possible x coordinates.
Yeah, okay.
Does it make sense? If I
Right.
fix A and B, then there'll be a one unique answer. But A and B themselves are variable. There are multiple possibilities for A and B. He wants you to go through all those possibilities.
Okay.
Yeah, Rohan, you were saying something?
No, sir.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Yeah, Sharma, were you able to do this one?
I got midway kind of, but then I don't know what I.
Okay. How about anyone else where was able to conclude on this? Shivank, what about you?
I got stuck.
Okay. All right. Let's discuss. Okay. So let's discuss this. Okay. Let me just paste it again at the top. Just using this page. Okay. Okay. So these two, we agreed that these two intersect on the x-axis somewhere, right? So this is x-axis, y-axis. Okay. So I'm just roughly drawing a diagram. So one of the lines looks like this, let's say, and another line looks like I don't know, I'm not going with the slope and all that. Just telling you what the concept is, right? So another line is like this, and they happen to intersect at this point, particular point, right? And for different A and B, these red lines and orange lines are going to look different. So he wants the sum of all possible x coordinates. Okay. Now, so what do we know when? So there are three lines here. The x-axis itself is also a line, like I was saying, right? So there's this line, and this line. So all three lines are intersecting. All three lines are intersecting. Okay. So on the x-axis, y equal to 0. So which means 0 should be equal to ax plus 5. Which means what? Where it intersects the x-axis will be minus 5 by a. Based on the intersection between the first line and the x-axis, we know the x-coordinate is minus 5 by a. Based on the intersection of the second line and the x-axis, I get 0 equal to 3x plus b. Therefore, the intersection point is minus b by 3. Now we are saying both of these intersection points are the same point, which means we are saying minus 5 by a matches minus b by 3. Which means we are saying AB equal to 15. Are you guys with me so far? Kunal, are you with me? Okay. And A and B are given to be positive integers. If they are not, then you should try all the negative answers also. But there are only few combinations of A and B which will give me the product as 15. Let's list them all. 115, 3, 5, 5, 3, and then 15, 1. Okay. So for each of these, let's find the x coordinate of the intersection point. What is the x coordinate of the intersection point? We could use any one of these formula. We can use minus b by 3, right? So it's minus 15 by 3, which is minus 5. We can always verify it gives the same answer here. If we do minus 5 by 1, if you use minus 5 by a, minus 5 by 1 also gives the same minus 5 answer. So either of these two we can use. Okay, let's use the b1. So minus b by 3 in the second case would be how much? Minus 5 by 3. In the third case, it will be minus 3 by 3. In the last case, it will be minus 1 by 3. These are the x coordinates, right? And then he wants the sum of all of these x coordinates. So let's add them all up. So minus 5 and minus 1 is minus 6. And then minus 5 by 3 and minus 1 by 3 is minus 6 by 3, which is minus 2. So minus 6 and minus 2 give me minus 8. Yeah. Sharma, does this make sense? Okay. Until where did you get while doing this?
So I got the minus 5a, minus 5b, but then I didn't know what to do with that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, the key is they are given as integers, right? So there's only few combinations we have to try. Ananya, is this clear to you as well? All of you, Kunal, you're okay?
So I took
Yes.
a different method and I also got that AB is equal to 3.
Okay. AB equal to 15, you mean?
AB equal to 15 and AB could also be equal to 3.
How can AB be 3?
I'll just tell you my method. So basically I took AX plus 5 is equal to 3x plus B.
Yeah. So AX plus 5 equal to 3x plus B. Yes.
Yeah. And then just take x to one side.
So A minus 3 times X equal to B minus 5.
B minus 5. So X is equal to B minus 5 over A minus 3.
Agreed.
And plug that into the both of the original equations and you get AB equal 3, AB equal 15.
How? Okay. Let's plug this into the first one. Let's plug this X value into the first one. So I get, so you're saying plug this into the first one, right? So I'll say Y equal to A times X, which is B minus 5 upon A minus 3 plus 5, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So what does this give? So this gives A minus 3 here. So this is AB minus 5A. And then I get plus 5A minus 15. Okay. I get AB minus 15 by A minus 3. In fact, right? Yeah, do you agree with me so far, Ahat? Therefore, I don't get A equal to 3. In fact, I'll conclude after here, if you took this route and say, we want the Y to be 0 because the intersection happens to be on the x-axis. And therefore, you'll conclude that AB equal to 15. The numerator has to be 0.
Right. But then you can also put the same B minus 5, A minus 3 into the second equation.
You'll still get the same AB minus 15 in the numerator. Let's check that. Okay, if you plug it in the second equation, let's do that. Okay, so I'll just erase this so that I have space. So his x is B minus 5 by A minus 3. I'm putting it in this. So Y equals 3 times B minus 5 by A minus 3 plus B. Okay, so let's simplify this. A minus 3 is the bottom. So we have 3B minus 15 plus AB minus 3B. So I get AB minus 15 by A minus 3, which is exactly same as what we got. Right? So AB has to be 15 for the numerator to be 0, for the intersection to happen on the x-axis.
Maybe I made some mistake in the second one and I'll start later.
Yeah, no problem. You can check your answer. Okay. Cool. Nice. All of you okay on this one, right? Okay, I'll take this as question 10. Ananya, we're able to do this one. X power 4 minus 51x square. Where is this negative?
Do any of this ones in this.
Okay, all right. Shivank, we're able to get this one. Even if you don't recall You don't have your working with you, right?
So
Yeah,
I
Shubham.
got stuck in the middle somewhere, but I felt like I was close. Because I think I got 6. Yeah, I got 6 for this question, but it wasn't an option. So.
Okay, 6, but it was not an option. Okay. How about Kunal?
So
Yes, go ahead, Kunj.
I got 12. So
You got 12. Okay, exactly double of that. Okay. Anyone else with 12?
Yes, sir. I just did it.
You did and got 12 as well just now. Okay, nice. Sharma?
So I'm not sure about it.
Okay, all right. So it's power 4 and power 2. Whenever it's power 4 and power 2, the obvious choice is not obvious choice. The obvious first step would be let's call x square as some other variable. Let's call it u or something so that we can convert it to a quadratic. So the same, let's say this is y. So this expression is y equal to x power 4 minus 51x square plus 50. So I'll say it's y equals, so I'll just say let x square equal to u. I'm inventing a new variable, right? U, right? So y equal to u square minus 51u plus 50. It always helps when you have a quadratic instead of a fourth order, right? Now I can simplify this very easily. So two numbers adding up to 51 multiplying to 50, it's just this, right? Now, this is an expression. How is this expression going to look? So if I plot this, between x and y axis, right? So this is going to be an upward going parabola. So this is the u axis. This is the u axis, and this is the y axis. So y is a function of u in this case. Now upward going parabola. Where are the intersection points? The intersection points are at 1. So this point is 1, and this point is 50. Okay. Now he's asking for how many integers x is the number, which is this expression y negative. So when is y negative? Y is negative in this band. In this region, y is negative, which means as long as u is between 1 and 50, y is negative. Okay. But what is u now? We can put back in terms of x because we need in terms of x, right? How many integers x? So we need x square to be between 1 and 50 and strictly less than, here, x square is strictly greater than 1 and strictly less than 50. So 50 is fine. It's not a perfect square, but 1 is a perfect square. We have to be careful. So all the perfect squares which are between, right? So 2 square, 3 square, all the way till 7 square. So which is why probably one of you got 6 numbers, right? 7 is 6 numbers, but it can also be negative numbers, right? Minus 2 square, minus 3 square, all the way till minus 7 square.
Yes.
Right? Shivank, that was your mistake.
Yeah.
Right? How many integers it said, not positive integers. And I'm surprised he did not give 6 as a choice because it's very tempting to mark 6, right? When you get this. Okay, that's how you get your 12. Yeah, well done, Kunj and Rohan. Okay, makes sense? Yeah, I think that was the last question in this paper. Let's go to homework set 8. Okay, first one was this odometer. Rohan, you said you did this set, right? Why don't we start with you?
Sir, I got D, 37.
37. Ananya, you're nodding. You got 37 as well?
I got 2, 3
Okay.
2, 3 options I got right.
Okay, so you got multiple possibilities. Okay, fine. Anahat, how about you? Your video is again off, Anahat.
Sorry, I think because of the lag, it just keeps turning off. By
Okay, all right. What did you get on this one?
I got D.
You got D as well, 37. Okay.
I got D.
Okay, nice, Shivank. Hopefully it's right because multiple of you got it right. But let's see why Ananya got multiple answers. So let's discuss. So you're starting with ABC, the odometer. So when I write ABC like this with a bar at the top, it means it's a 3-digit number ABC, not the product of the digits A, B, and C, right? And then it's ending after traveling at CBA. Okay, so it's traveled some distance. How much distance? So what is the numerical value of this? This is 100C plus 10B plus 1A. And this is 100A plus 10B plus 1C. Okay, so it's traveled from here to here, which means the latter minus the former, the distance traveled, right? So it's 99C, and then the B gets cancelled, minus 99A. So it's 99 into C minus A is how much her travel distances. But she has traveled at 55 miles per hour for a whole number of hours. Let's say this is T hours. So that 55T should match this 99 times C minus A, where T is also an integer. So T is a whole number of hours, right? So T, first let's simplify this. 11 goes 5 times, 11 goes 9 times. So 5T equal to 9 times C minus A. And bear in mind, C and A are digits, therefore they are also whole numbers, right? And T is also a whole number of this thing. Okay, so one possibility is the car didn't move at all, right? So C could be same as A and T could be 0. But is there something that rules out that possibility? At the beginning, it was ABC. At the end, it was A plus B plus C is greater than 1. Yeah. Okay. So technically, that's also possible, right? So you could have, so I'm just saying, so C could be same as A and then T could be 0. So which means I'll take one example, right? So A is given to be greater than or equal to 1. So A could be 2, C could be 2, and then B, which is the intermediate digit, could be anything. So from 272, she ended up traveling till 272, right? Which means she didn't travel at all. And she ended up traveling for a whole number of hours. So T, whole 0 is also a whole number. So she traveled for 0 hours. So in that case, the question is a little vague, right? It can be anything, right? You can, with starting 2 and ending 2, or starting 3 and ending 3, you can put anything, right? So somewhere they must have mentioned that she traveled for some, maybe she should have traveled for a positive integer number of hours, right? Or a natural number of hours. But yeah, that's a flaw in the question as I'm seeing this now. You guys are with me? Right? 0 is a possibility for the number of hours, and therefore anything could be A square plus B square plus C square. But let's assume the question is not intended for that. Okay, so what is the other possibility? Then we can get 5T as 9 times C minus A. The only possibility is when T is 9, and C minus A is 5, right? Because C minus A, after all, is a T can be a bigger number also. T can be 10, 13, 14, whatever. But C minus A is an integer after all, right? And C is bigger than A because he started off with ABC and has traveled for some time. Therefore, C is bigger than A. So the maximum that C minus A can be is what? 9 minus 0, for example, right? So of these choices, only one which will multiply, both being integers, is T equal to 9 and C minus A equal to 5. So once we know that, then it becomes easy, right? So A, B, and C. So he says A is minimum 1, okay, and C minus A is 5, which means C has to be 6. So as it is, 1 plus 6 is already exceeded 7, already reached 7. So for A plus B plus C to be less than or equal to 7, B has to be 0. So it has to have started at 106 and should have ended at 601. Okay. Anyway, what does he need? A square plus B square plus C square. Okay, which anyone can do. So it's 1 square plus 0 square plus 6 square, which is 37 indeed. So it's a unique answer, right? He's constructed the problem such that there's a unique answer. Ananya, what was your mistake whereby you got multiple answers?
So I didn't see whole number of hours.
Ah, okay, I see. So you came to 5T equal to 9 times C minus A. Ah, okay, then T could be anything, right? Okay, understood. Okay, Sharma, were you able to get this one? While doing it, you also got the same answer, 37 is this. Okay, nice. Question 2. Sharma, why don't you take question 2? What did you get on this ratio of animals?
So it was a little weird. So it was a bit of a longer route, but I got B. But I'm
B as
not
in-
sure.
B as in boy,
7.
B as in boy, 47.
But I'm not sure if it's correct.
Okay, all right. Kunal, what did you get?
I got E.
You got E. Okay. Kunal, what did you do to get E? Can you tell me? Take me through your answer.
Okay, so I did it like I made like different statements. I wrote that like one horse is 3 people.
Yeah.
And like 3 ducks is 1 person. So 9 ducks is 3 people. So one horse is 9 ducks.
Correct.
That way. So now if you have one horse, 9 ducks, then the total of horse and ducks is 10. Now if you have 2 horses and then it will be 18 ducks. So the total is 20. There's always a multiple of 10 horses and ducks multiplied.
But why are you not including people in that case? Horses, ducks, and people, right? All three should go together, no?
Yeah, I know. I've done that later.
Okay.
Then for cow and sheep, it's 1 cow, 4 sheep. So like it's 5 total. 2 cow will be 8 sheep. So
Yeah.
it's always a multiple of 5. So like then yeah, for people sorry, for people it was 3 ducks, 1 person. So and then the total is 4. So no wait, then
Yeah, you're on the right track. Probably
Wait,
the
I
mistake
think
you
something's
made
wrong.
was you should combine people, which one? Sheep and cow are one bucket, right? So sheep and cow are one bucket. Let's keep them separate. The other three are other bucket, right? People, horses, and ducks are one bucket, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So let's write out the ratio as you said. So 3 people for each horse. So horse is to people is 1:3. Okay. And then people is to 3 ducks for each person. Right. So 3 ducks for each person. So this is 9. Okay. So 1:3 and 1:3 again for between people and ducks, 3 ducks for each person. Okay. So this is one category. The other category is just sheep and cows, right? That's easy. So how many sheep per cows again? 4 sheep for each cow. So it's 4:1. Okay. So this is in the ratio 1:3:9. So for example, it could be 1A, 3A, and 9A. So there are a total of 13A animals. And here the ratio is 4:1, which is 4B is to 1B, which means the total of 5B animals. So the total number of animals is 13A plus 5B. So we just have to see which of these numbers is not possible by doing 13A plus 5B. So the easiest way is I can keep coming down in multiples of 13 from 41. 41 is not a multiple of 5, right? If I subtract 13, which means if I have A is 1, I get 28. Is 28 a multiple of 5? No. If I subtract a further 13, is 15 a multiple of 5? Yes, it is. Which means I can do this combination by doing 13 into 2 plus 5 into 3. So I'm okay with this. Right? Does it make sense? Now, similarly, you go for each number, right? With 47, let's see. 47 itself is not a multiple of 13. If I subtract 13, no. If I subtract 13, no. If I subtract 13, no. So I cannot get a 13A plus 5B combination in this. Let's try your 66, for example. So 66 itself is not a multiple of 5. When I subtract 13, it still is not. Subtract 13, now it is. Now I can do this, right? So I can do 13 times 2 plus 40 is 5 times 8. And I can arrive at 66. Does it make sense, Kunal? Yeah. Okay. So Ananya, so yes, indeed it's 47. But what was not convincing about what you did?
So it was very long because I checked it with each of the answers. So I wasn't sure if it would.
Okay.
not
Okay.
possible, But
Okay.
then
Okay. Let's say you were checking on 59. Let's say you were checking 59. How did you check whether 59 works or not? What all combinations you took?
for 59,
Just as an example, I'm just saying. So
that's just like that only minus 13, and then what the possible values for A and possible values for
yeah,
B.
you don't need to actually solve, right? So as I did that so that you guys benefit. But as long as you're able to observe that 59 is not a multiple of 5, if I keep subtracting multiples of 13, does it ever reach a multiple of 5? That should be your question. That's it, right? Once I don't need to solve how many horses, how many dogs, and all that, right? As long as you know it's a yes or no, you're done. You have to move on. There's no other short way, Sharma. You have to actually go through them, but you can quickly not solve them, right? You just need to know whether it's possible or not possible. That's it. Yeah, makes sense. Ananya Tantia, you also got this one, right? Or
So I saw this one, but
I-
I like tried.
okay, is this clear now though?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool, nice. Okay, the next question was what Rohan was telling, right? It was already discussed in last class, last homework. Okay. Rohan, what about question 4? Did you get this one?
Yeah, I got 15.
15. Okay. Anyone else agree or disagree with him? Shivank, did he do this one? Question 4.
No, I don't get this.
Kunsh, how about you?
So I couldn't figure out this one.
Okay. All right. So it's like simultaneous equations, but one has square. So if I substitute y in terms of x, so y becomes x minus 2 whole square minus 4, right? So this becomes x square minus 4x plus 4 minus 4. It becomes x square minus 4x. If I substitute that blindly here, then I'll get a fourth power. I'll get x plus 4 equal to a fourth power, which is not getting me anywhere, right? So let's try to use some bit of symmetry here. Excuse me. So the question is very symmetric, right? Y plus 4, x plus 4. X minus 2 whole square, y minus 2 whole square. Very symmetric, right? So let's do some basic adding, subtracting, and seeing what happens, right? If I subtract, let's start with subtraction so that the 4 can get cancelled. So y minus 4, sorry, y minus x. So I'm subtracting the two equations. In fact, let me quickly write it, right? Y plus 4 equal to x minus 2 whole square. And x plus 4 equal to y minus 2 the whole square. So if I subtract first equation minus second equation, I get y minus x here. I get x minus 2 whole square minus y minus 2 whole square. Okay, which is x plus, so a square minus b square types, right? So it's a plus b, which is x plus y minus 4 times a minus b, which is x minus y. Okay. And he has given x is not equal to y. He has clearly given x is not equal to y, which means I can boldly cancel x minus y minus of that, right? X minus y minus x here. Therefore, what do I get? I get x plus y equal to, when I send the minus 4 to that side, x plus y is 3. Okay, so that is by subtraction. Generally, these are the few experiments you'll try, right? You'll just try addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. In this case, there's not much of multiplication. When you have powers and all, you'll try multiplication and division. In this case, it's all additive and subtractive. So let's do the addition now. When I add these two, I get x plus y plus 8 equal to, what do I get here? X square minus 4x plus 4 plus y square minus 4x plus 4. So what do I get? I get x square plus y square. If I send everything else to the other side, I get 5x plus 5y. I can call it 5 times x plus y. Plus 8. That's it, right? The 8 gets cancelled. 5 times x plus y. And you know your x plus y already is 3 here. So it's 5 into 3, which is 15. Yeah, well done, Rohan. Is this pretty much what you did as well, Rohan, or did you do something else?
I used 2 methods.
Okay.
So first method, I did something different because I didn't see this. But what I did was I took 4 to the other side and I
Okay.
used difference of squares.
4 to the other side, which means you said y equal to x minus 2 whole square minus 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I used difference of squares. Then I was not getting the answer.
When you
But
say
then I realized,
difference of squares, what do you mean by that?
so I then y
you mean-
is x minus 2. Then you simplify that.
So okay, so this is a square minus b square. So it's a plus b times a minus b. Correct?
And then you sub that into the other equation.
Sub that in the other equation. So yeah, so that's what I started off by explaining, right? If you do that, then you'll get a fourth order and all that, which won't get you anywhere. Correct?
No, but it does, because you don't
Oh, it does?
have to, because if you if it's equated to 0,
Yeah.
then you can
Solve it.
solve from there.
Okay.
But I also was skeptical about this method, so I did exactly this method as well.
I see. Okay. Yeah, no, yeah, but the solving might be difficult. Okay, let's try what you started off, right? You're saying x plus 4 equal to y minus 2 whole square, but y itself is x square minus 4x. So if I have to do this, x square minus 4x minus 2 the whole square. So when I expand this, so and get everything to one side, it'll become 0 equals. So first of all, you have to expand. This is x power 4. A plus b plus c whole square is a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. All those combinations will come. Then you'll get the minus x and minus 4 to that side. You'll get a fourth order. How do you solve a fourth order? Yeah, you have a 0 on the left-hand side. But if you don't have a round value for x and y, how will you solve for the fourth order? Maybe x and y are some irrational numbers, but x square plus y square comes out nicely.
Sir, but what I had done was, I had said I was stuck earlier, right? So the
Yeah.
reason I was stuck was good because then I realized values for which x is equal to y. And then I use that to divide it by that. And then, so I thought it was risky as well because I'd done the wrong method and then used the answer from the wrong method for the answer.
Okay, understood.
So how do you get x plus y plus 8 equals x square minus 4x?
I just added these two. So first, so if I add these two, x plus y plus 8 is the left-hand side. Right-hand side is this square and this square addition.
Oh, so you added them and subtracted them.
Yeah, first I tried subtraction, then I tried addition, and then I put them together. Okay. Punch, were you able to do this one? Or is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, cool. Question 5. What is the greatest power of 2? Okay, Kunsh, what did you do on this one? This question 5.
So I got C. Sorry. So A. Sorry. What is
A. Okay. Anna, do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I got it.
Also got A. Okay, anyone with a different answer?
So even I got A.
Okay,
So
multiple A's.
I got D.
D. Okay, all right. So 3 A's and 1 D. Okay.
I
So
got
let's.
A.
What did you get, Sharma?
A.
You got A as well. Okay, all right. Okay, what is the greatest power of 2? That's a factor of, okay. So what is this guy? So we can write it as, so 5 power 501 times 2 power 501. Oh, sorry, 5 power 1002, right? So it's 1002 times 2 power 1002. And this is literally 2 power 1002. Okay, so 4 power 501 is 4 is 2 square. Therefore, it's 2 square power 501. Therefore, it's 2 power 1002. So it's 2 power 1002 times, within brackets, 5 power 1002 minus 1. Sorry?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought there was a question. Okay, cool. Right. So now, at least it's A. But clearly, there's one more 2 at least, right? Because 5 power something is an odd number. It will end in 5, in fact. That minus 1 will end in 4. When something ends in 4, you know it's divisible by 2. So it's anything but the first one, right? Because you're guaranteed at least one more 2. There's already 2 power 1002. And there is at least an even number, but probably there's 2, there's 4, there's 8, there's 16. We don't know how many 2s are buried in this number yet, which is what we're going to come to now, right? Does it make sense? Okay, so how many 2s are buried in this? Okay, multiple ways to do this. Okay, so one way is, you remember I did a basic intro on binomial expansion. When you do, I can write 5 as 4 plus 1 power 1002. Okay, when I do this, what will happen? This will be a big number, and then you'll have some n choose something with 4 power 1001, and then all the way it'll end finally some big number times right 1 4, right? 4 power 1 it'll end, and then finally it'll have just this one, right? So in fact, you can put some number, doesn't matter, whatever that is, right? So in fact, what is that number? Maybe it's worth doing it. So it's 1002, choose 1, right? 1002 times 4 and then plus 1. That's how this series will expand. All of you, Sharma, did you go through the binomial recording and all that later? I'm not sure if you got a chance. Did you?
Which topic was it under?
This is in binomial expansion. When you have a binomial series and you expand a binomial.
Yeah, it was.
Went through this, right? Okay, all right. If not, you guys go through. Now I have this expression 5 power. So this is all 5 power 1002. Now I want minus 1. So let me do minus 1. So when I do that, 1 and 1 gets cancelled, right? So what do I have? I have 4 times 1002, right? 4 times 1002. And the number before, so 4 times 1002 is what? It's 2 into 501. So 2 into 501 into 4, which is 8 into 501, right? Which means this entire number, right? All of these numbers before this will have a lot more force. In fact, the previous one will have 4 square times something, right? It'll have a multiple of 16 at least, right? So the last one is an odd multiple of 8. It's 8 times 501. So that's the one that's going to spoil the party for any more 2s, because everything before that will have more 2s. We'll have 16 and 64 and all that. But this last term here has 8 into 501. So that's where we have to stop. So therefore, it's 2000 to power 200 Sorry, 1005. Well done, Rohan. Okay, and not anything further. There's no 16 coming in. Does this make sense, guys? Okay. Okay, I'll show you another method which is little maybe shorter, right? So I can use this as okay. So one thing we could also do is, so any power of 5, if you look, right? Let's start writing powers of 5. 5, 25, 125, 625, right? And then if you go 3125, so the last 3 digits, if you just focus, right? That if you start off after some time, this last digit will alternate between 1 and 6, 1 and 6, 1 and 6, and obviously it'll end in 25, right? So this is an odd power. When you have an odd power, the hundredths digit will be 1, right? And this is indeed an odd power. 1002 is an even power, right? So even power will end in 625 and so on, right? 625, 625, 625 and all that, right? So ultimately, when I subtract 1, the last few digits of this guy will be 624. Okay, and 624 is 624, is it divisible by, yeah, correct. It's divisible by 8, but not by 16. You can just do this division, right? So 8 sevens are 56, 64. 8 8s are 64. We're doing something wrong then. It's divisible by 16. 5 power 1002, right? 002. Just 1 second, guys. Let me just check. This is even. 5 power 1002. 0 is an even number.
The 16 works too.
16 works too, yeah. So which is why I'm just wondering, why would it not be divisible by 16? What did you do, Rohan, to arrive at 2 power 1005?
Sir, I actually used the same method and I saw, okay, 625. All of these numbers will now go like end in 625 and then minus 1. Okay,
Either
I'll just look
625 or 125. Yeah, but the even ones will end in 625. Correct.
and then I saw, okay, 624 and that's
Yeah.
divisible by 8. And then I didn't look any further. I didn't think about 6.
Okay. But then why does my previous answer give 8 times? Okay. Let me get back on this, guys. So it's definitely either this or this. But why am I getting inconsistent answers here? I'm not clear. 1002 is 50 times 4. Just 1 second. 1002 into 1. 16. Yeah. Something is not adding up. So I'm getting 2 inconsistent answers. Let me get back on this one. Okay, it's a good one. Yeah, I don't want to waste class time. Let me think about it and get back. Okay, that was question 5. Question 6. Yeah, 6 was a little on the trickier side. Did anyone do this one? Question 6. Anahat, were you able to do question 6?
Yeah, I got E.
Which one? Sorry.
E21.
E21. Okay. How many? Okay. Although he's asking what is the sum of the digits of n, you would have arrived at n, right? And only then you can do the sum. What was your n?
399.
399. Okay. Anyone else matches with his answer? Sharma, did he do this one? Rohan, what about you?
Sir, I know what hexadecimal is and all, but I didn't know how to do it.
Okay. Anyone else with an answer? Or just Anahat? Okay. All right. So hexadecimal, yeah. So basically, let's start with numbers, right? Decimal is 0 through 9. 0 through 9 are 10 digits. Hexadecimal is saying I'll offer you more digits. I'll give them numbers. I'll give them letters. So 0, 1, 2, 3, so on till 9. So 9 is literally 9. And 10 ke badle mein you use the letter A. 11 ke badle mein B, C, D, E, and then 15 is your F. So 10 is your A and 15 is your F. Okay. So in the hexadecimal system, the counting numbers will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. A, B, C, D, E, F. F is actually 15. And then when you come to 16, that's when you'll go to 2 digits. You'll represent 16 as 1, 0. So this is, instead of saying it's a tens place, we'll say it's a 16th place. Instead of saying it's the 100th place, we'll say it's 256th place. So when I do a number like 310, it means it's 3 into 256 plus 1 into 16 plus 0 into 1. This is the units place. 16 power 1, this is 16 power 0. Okay. So that's just a brief on hexadecimals. Now, what is he saying? Among the first 1,000 positive integers, how many of them contain only numeric digits? So let's start to write out how the numbers will look like, right? So even though he's stating positive integers, let's start to write from 0. So typically we'll write 0, 1, 2, 3, so on till 9. And then we'll have A, B, C, D, E, F. Let me just do it once. Okay. So this collection is from where to where? Starting from 0, ending in 15. Okay. So let's write the next row. The next row will start from 16. Each row will have a collection of 16 numbers. Will end in 31. So how will this look like? It'll start with 1, 0, 1, 1.
So I don't understand how will the hundreds digit be 16 squared? It won't it just be plus 6 because or plus 6 to the power whatever number of times you're adding A, B, C, D, E, F, like up till 15 you're adding it's 9 and then the number 16 is 10. So then it'll be like
The number 16 is not 10. A is 10. B is 11. So on till F is
no,
15.
like number 16 is represented as 10.
Number 16 is represented as 10. Correct. Yes.
So then by that system, then when we add 6, then 23 will be represented as.
So you tell me 23 is nothing but 16 plus 7. So you'll represent it as 1, 7. So 16 into 1.
So
Right?
then
This is
the A, B, C, D, F doesn't repeat.
what do you mean ABCD doesn't repeat?
Like, no, so like after this in the series you written above 0, 1, 2, then 9 A, B, C, D, E, F, then comes 1, 0.
Correct. Which is what I've written as the first element here.
And
Which
then
is
comes 10 up till 19. Is it like that?
10 up till 9. Yeah, exactly. 10 up till 90, which is what I was going to complete, and you interrupted me at that time. So after 19 comes not 20, but 1A.
No, so not in that sequence. I'm talking about this.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm talking about like this one. And then will it be like then A? And then
Oh, on after F, is it?
yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. After F is what? F is 15. How do I represent 16? 16 is 1, 0. Okay. Okay. Forget base 16 for a second. Let's do a smaller base, guys. Okay. Forget base 16. I think this is can I erase this, guys? Okay. Okay. Let's say I'm dealing with can you erase yours as well? I'm not
Yes,
able to
yes.
erase yours. Okay. So let's say I'm dealing with base base 5. Base 5 means what? I only have 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 to operate. I don't have the digit 5. In base 10, there's no digit for 10. There's only digit till 9. So when you do base 5, it's only till a number before that, which is why binary is only digit 0 and 1. There's no 2 in binary. Right? If I do in base 5, how will I represent 0? 0, 0, 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 4 is 4. There is no 5. I mean, there's no digit for 5. Therefore, you have to go for the second digit. This is 5. So this is so let's say this is my base 10 number. And this is my base 5 equivalent number. right? So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 match, but I'm not able to reach 5 using one digit because I'm out of digits in base 5. And therefore, this 6 will be 1, 1. Does it make sense, Kunal?
So our current counting system is base 10.
Base 10 is our default counting system. Yeah, correct. Which is why it's called decimal. Decimal is 10. Decimal system. Okay. Now, if this was easy to understand, so 5 was a number less than 10, but you can think of a number where it's more than 10, base 16, where base 10 will get exhausted. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this so far it's 7, 8, and 9. Now this guy still has possibilities, right? So see, these are all, we are used to seeing numbers, which is why you're able to recognize the difference between numbers and letters. So think of a robo, right? So it'll think this also as a pattern to represent a number which is called 10. We call it 10. We have seen it for ages. We know it's 10, right? But as far as the robo is concerned, this is everything is a shape. 0 is this a shape. 2 is one shape like this. This is another shape. It'll read this shape, right, as the number 10 that we know. Does it make sense? Right? I can invent a base 23 tomorrow, right? By saying the number letters will go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, blah, 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 until something. Or I can make up my own symbols to represent number itself 22 or 23. Does it make sense, Kunal? Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so this might take a bit of an elaboration, but it's fine. It's a good learning, guys. Okay, so what will my numbers be? So I've covered till 1, 9, and then I cannot go to, so I can continue with 1A and then 1B all the way till 1F. Okay, so by the way, what is 1, 9? 1, 9 means 9 in the units place plus 1 in the 16th place. So 16 plus 9, which is 25. So in the normal decimal, I'll just put the decimal in brackets here, 25, and this is 26. Right? Does it make sense? Okay, and then this was the last number, which is F, which is 15. 15 in the units place plus 1 in the 16th place. So 16 plus 5, which is 31, which was the last number that we saw here. So this is all in decimal, right? So 16 to 31, 0 to 15, all of this. Okay, so I'll erase these now. Okay, so so basically he's saying, what are the numbers which can be represented only using numeric digits? So in the first column, there's only 10 numbers, right? Or actually 9, because we don't include 0, but let's say we're including 0. So in this also, we have 10 numbers. After that, we start to rely on letters. So like that, this is going to go on for some more time. How much more time? So this is starting from 16 equal to 0. The starting number is 16 equal to 0. In the second column, the starting number is 16 into 1. So this pattern will continue until my starting number is 16 into 9. So that column also, I'll go the same thing, right? So it'll be 9, 0, 9, 1, blah, 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 9, 9, and that's it. Then I'll have to rely on letters. So I'll go to 9A, 9B, all the way till 9F. Okay. So till here, it'll be this column, right? And now when I go to the next column, what happens? It becomes, there's no 10, it becomes A0, A1, A2, all the way till A9. Okay, this is the next set. But this set is, or I'll pause here. Is this clear why the next set will be A1, A2, all the A0, A1, all the way till AF? All of you okay on this one? Ananya, are you okay on this? Right? Okay, AA, all the way till AF. Okay, but so if you see in this one, none of these, I cannot use any one of these with just numbers, right? With numeric digits. Numeric digits means decimal digits, right? So which means for some more time to come, right, with the A series, B series, C series, D series, E series, and F series, I'm going to continue like this. So the F series also will have everything will start with F. F0, F1, all the way till FF. Okay, now what is FF? FF is 15 in the units place and 15 in the 16th place as well. So it's 15 into 16 plus 15. So which is 255, one less than 256. And then the next column will start here. Sorry, I was not able to draw a diagram, a straight line. So the next column will start here. which will be the number 256, which is represented as what? 100. You go for the third digit. It's like your 100, right? The 100 that we see is 256, right? Actually, in decimal, it's 256. Does it make sense, guys? Right? So the starting number here is 16 into 16. Just like the starting number here was 16 into 15. So 16 into 16 for another 16 more numbers. Yeah. Okay. So in conclusion, what am I saying? So in this first collection of these 256 numbers, starting from 0, let's count from 0. We can eliminate 0 later, right? We had only this set of numbers, which were only numeric. How many of them? There were 10 in each column, and then there were 10 columns. So there are 100 of them. There were 100 of them in the first 56, starting from 0 to 5. Now the same pattern will continue in the second, third, and fourth, right? So 0 to 255, there'll be 100. 256 to 511, I know it's 512 minus 1. And similarly, 512 all the way till 256 times 3, whatever that is, 768, right? So 767. And then 768 times 768 till 1023, which is one less than the next power. You'll have 100 numbers here, 100 numbers here, 100 numbers here, 100 numbers here. Okay. But then one thing we have to be careful. We only are counting till the first 1,000 positive integers, right? So anyway, the last few, we won't have to bother because they'll anyway involve letters, right? So we'll get the first 100 in the first chunk of 768. When you draw the 768 to 1023, it'll be in the first few, right? It'll reach till the end. The number ending will be, instead of 099, it'll end in 399. Instead of the first set was started with 3-digit number starting with 0, the second set would be starting with 1, third set, fourth set. The fourth set will start with 3. So 399 will be that last number. So ultimately, we have 100 in each of them. So there are 400. But then one small, thankfully, 4 is not an option because he wants the sum of the digits. It's not an option because 0 is not included. He says positive integers. So we're going from 1 to 1000, which means we should not be counting 0. So it's 399 numbers, as Anahat rightly got it. Wonderful, Anahat. Is what you also did pretty much?
I just converted 1000 to hex and saw that it's 3E8. So then the next smallest is 399. So it'll be 1 to 399.
Yeah, say that again, please.
I just converted 1000 to hex and that becomes 3E8.
Correct.
So I just took the next smallest hex, which is 399, which is 921 in decimal. And if you take 400x, that becomes 1024. So it'll be 1 to 399. And so you got 399 integers.
I didn't fully follow. So you converted
I
1000.
understood what
Okay.
he's saying.
Please, Rohan, can you explain? Yeah.
So he's saying that the number of
1000 is what? 3. Rohan, please explain. What is? Please spell out what did you get for 3000?
3E9
3E9.
as
Okay. All right. So
where E is
3E9
equal
is
to 10.
base 16.
Yeah.
Is same as 1000 in base 10. Okay.
Oh, he's saying something else. 3E
3E8. Sorry, I
3E8. Okay. All right. 3E8. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
What he's saying is he essentially converted it to see like the limit and then he just minus 1 and then he got 399 is what I understood.
So what I did here was I saw that 3E8 is
Yeah.
the maximum hexadecimal number that fits until 1000.
Correct.
Right? So the smallest hexadecimal number with only integers below 3E8 is 399.
Correct. Agreed.
So the integer hexadecimals from 1 to 399 is what we want. So we have 399.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes. So 399 is less than 3E8. So every number from literally from 000 to 399, if you're just using the digits 0, 1, 2, and 3, right? You have 4 options here, 0, 1, 2, or 3. You have 10 options here. You have 10 options here. So it's 4 into 10 into 10, which is 400. But then you're saying 000 alone is not included. So therefore, it's 399. Wonderful. Yes, I like that. Yeah. So a bit of an elaborate explanation from my side, but hopefully the conversion between different bases is clear now. Yeah, Kunal,
So I
are
have
you with me?
another way to do it also.
Yes, go ahead, Rohan.
So if you look at 400 as a decimal number and you try to convert it to hexadecimal, it's a similar method only, but you get 1024. And so you'll know that well 399 is the limit, and then you can just do 3 plus 9 plus 9.
Sorry, say that again. I didn't understand. 400 as a okay, yeah, okay, all right, yeah. 400 is 1024, and then the one before this would be 3FF. So you have to go further down till 399, and then same as what he just described. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Are all of you okay on this one? Sharma, are you okay completely on this? Okay, nice. Question 7. The product of 7 and 8 and blah blah blah. Anahat, were able to do this one? Not Anahat, sorry. Shivank, were able to do this one? Oh, I don't even see Shivank. He got disconnected. Okay, Kunsh, how about you? This one.
So I didn't have time to do this one.
Okay. Who had time and who can share an answer? Ananya, did you do this one? Sharma?
I'm not sure if no, I didn't really get a solid answer.
Okay. Rohan, what about you? You're on mute.
Sir, I think I got 999.
999. Okay. All right. Okay, let's do it. Okay. So basically he's saying 8 and a bunch of 8s, right? So sorry, someone was saying something. Okay, so let me just write a few 8s so that you can see some pattern. There's going to be a few 8s here, right? So when I multiply by 8, let's see what happens. 8 times 8 is 64, 6 carry. 8 times 8 is 64, plus 6 is 70, so 7 carry. 64 plus 7 is 71, 7 carry. 64 plus 7 is 71 again, 7 carry. Blah, 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 blah. It'll keep going. So it'll be a bunch of ones. And then 8, last one, 8 times 8 is 64, plus 7 carry is 71. So you'll end this number like this, right? So this will fall below this, this will fall below this, fall below this, and so on, right? Okay, so I'm putting a gap here. Okay, now there's a gap here as well, right? So how many has a sum of 1000, which means that these digits add up to 1000, which means what? There's a 7 here, there's a 4 here, 11, and this is contributing to 0. So the balance is all 9s. So 7 plus 4, 11. So which means there are 989 ones. 989 ones. Okay. So now from this we can see, right, which one is aligning with which one. So so there are, the original number has am I right? 8 8 are 64, 6
Yes, sir,
carrying.
that's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay, what is the question? Where the second, the product has k digits. Yeah, the product has how many digits? This 989 plus 1, 2, and 3, right? Or the second factor has k digits. Oh, sorry, sir. The second factor has k digits. Yeah, this is k digits. So this is k digits. Is an integer whose digits have a sum of 1000. Is an integer whose digits have a sum of 1000. Which means this has to be 1 more or 2 more. I'm just.
So 3 more. So because you have 989 ones, right? So that's 989 in value. And 989 plus 11 is equal to 1000. So it's 989 plus 3 only. So it's correct only. So it's
No, but
991.
and if I see the alignment of 8s and 1s here, it's off by 2 or off by 3. If I shift it by 1, okay, maybe I'll just write down here. So
There's
if I
off
do,
by 3. There's the like 8. I did it like 8 into 88 is 704. 8 into 888 is 7104. 8 into 8888 is 71104. So
8
like
is a 64,
the one
6
keeps
carrying.
adding.
Okay, so let's do this one, right? 8 8 64 71, 7 carrying, 64 71. Okay, let's take this case, right? So this 2 ones, that means this has 4 digits. Therefore, the differences, maybe I didn't mark the arrows here clearly. The number of ones and the number of eights differ by 2. The number of eights is 2 more than the number of ones. Therefore, it's 2 more than 989. And thankfully, 992 is not even an option. So it's 2 more than 989, which is 991. Maybe the alignment when I drew the diagram here was wrong. But the concept is you can just try for a small number and see the pattern, right? So with 8888, which is 4 eights, I end up getting 2 ones. If I have 5 eights, I'll end up getting 3 ones. Yeah, makes sense? Okay, so more like pattern recognition type of question. Question 8. Okay. Anyone on this one? Kunal, did you get question 8? Rectangle. Kunal.
No, sir.
Okay. Sharma.
Is it 106?
106. Okay. All right. Anyone else agree with her or disagree with
Sir,
her?
I got 102.
102. Okay. Any other answers?
Yeah, I mean, I got 102.
102. Okay. So let's see. So this is A and B, the rectangle. So rectangle lengths are L and B, let's say, right? So L and B. So we have LB, which is the area, plus 2L plus 2B, which is the perimeter. Okay. So this is the sum, which is A plus B. Okay. So whenever we have something like this, let's try to get a factorized form. How do I factorize this? I need typically 4 terms to factorize. So if I can backwork the factorization like this, right? So if I have a L here and a B here, for me to get a 2L, I needed a 2 here. For me to get a 2B, I needed a 2 here. Okay. For example, in another problem, let's say it's L, forget this problem. In fact, I won't use L and B. I'll use some other variables. Suppose I have XY plus 3X plus 7Y. Okay. Suppose I want to factorize, not factorize exactly, but something factorized plus something else or something. So I'll put an X here. I'll put a Y here. Okay. Now this X needs a 3 to multiply. Therefore, I'll put a 3 here. The Y needs a 7 to multiply. Therefore, I'll put a 7 here. But I'm adding 21. So I'll write this as X plus 7 times Y plus 3 minus 21. So in this case, it's exactly same, except that both are 2 and 2. Therefore, I can subtract 4. Now, how does that help? Because he's talking about what is the value for A plus P. I can talk about what is the value for A plus P plus 4. So A plus P plus 4 has to be a number which is product of 2 integers. He says the integer side length, right? Integer side length. 2 integers, each of them more than or equal to 3, right? Because L and B has to be at least 1 centimeter. Therefore, minimum is 3 is the minimum. And minimum is 3 here as well for B plus 2 as well. So let's try and split. Can we get 100 as a product of 2 numbers, which are minimum 3 each? Yeah, I can even say 10 times 10. I don't need to solve. As long as I have a minimum of 3 and in both of those, I'm okay. Can I do that with 102? 102 is what? 51 into 2. Sorry, A plus P plus 4, right? I should look at A plus P plus 4. So I'm not looking at A plus P anymore. I'm looking at A plus P plus 4. So I'm looking at 104 here, 106 here, 108 here, and I'm questioning the same question. Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible? And so on. So my question, to be very clear, is it possible to find 2 numbers which are each greater than 3 and get a product which is 104? Yes, 26 times 4 is possible, right? Which means I don't have to back work, but I'm just saying B could be 2, L could be 24, sorry. Okay. All right. Is this possible here? 506 is 53 into 2, and 53 is prime, and 2 is also prime. Now, this is not possible, right? Because we need both those numbers to be at least 3. Only then you can get L plus 2 times B plus 2. And hopefully in other cases, it will be possible. 108, I can find one example, that's good enough. 12 times 9. So this is 110, no? Not 108, but 110. Again, I can do 10 times 11. Here I can do 16 times 7. Right? In all of these cases, I can find 2 numbers which are 3 or more. This is the only case where I cannot. So it's indeed 102. Unless, sorry, it is in 102. Sharma, was your mistake the adding 4 mein kuch galti?
Yeah, so I took 106 as the.
Yeah, you got till 106 and then you forgot to subtract 4 or something like that. Okay. All right. question, okay, or question 9 and question 10 are the little on the harder side, right? So I want to spend some more time. Let's end the class here. We'll discuss question 9 and 10 next class, and then we'll continue with the next homework discussion as well. Okay, chalo, stop.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Good night.